Hello, Blissed in Facebook community. I am so thrilled to be delivering day 18 of the live meditation experience. We have been together for almost 3 weeks, and I'm very happy to say that beyond the 21 days that were promised are going to be more meditations. So I'm not sure of the schedule yet, but please keep checking back because we're going to keep doing this together because I've been having such a good time and I hope you are too. I want to offer a meditation for strengthening your intuition, for connecting with your inner God wisdom today. And before I do that, I want to give you a little bit of a background on this. And it's something that I'm sharing in my next book, Managing the Mother Load. So our intuition is us. It's us talking to ourselves. But maybe if you were to look at your intuition as something separate from you, it might be easier to give it a chance. It might be easier to understand and accept the messages that you're getting from it. So a story that I've told before and that I offer in my next book is one about a little girl sitting in her kindergarten class. This is her first experience with school, with being in a classroom, and the teacher asks the class a question. And she gets really excited to answer, so she raises her hand. And her answer happens to be a little ridiculous, a little bit out of left field, right? Like it's the totally wrong answer, fact-wise. And the teacher tells her that it's totally wrong. And the little girl feels defeated. So she puts her hand down, feeling embarrassed, ashamed. And she decides right then and there that she's not going to raise her hand anymore. You see, little kids are really confident and they're really excited to share, and they have huge imaginations. They tend to speak up a lot and offer lots of interesting answers to questions. But I want to offer you another scenario where this little girl is asked the question, the class is asked the question, and she hurries up and she raises her hand. Same answer. Same out of left field answer, but this time the teacher says, interesting. Tell me more. So the little girl gets really excited to share and she starts telling this whole story and she starts working out on her own whether or not it makes sense. And then the next time the teacher answers or asks a question, the little girl raises her hand even faster. The next time, raises her hand even faster, like shooting it up in the air, like me. Because she's growing in confidence. And she's also understanding what feels right and what feels wrong. And that little girl is your intuition. When we're training our intuition or retraining our intuition because we've lost a lot of confidence along the way, because the world has told us too many times that we are ridiculous or wrong. When we're retraining our intuition, we need to get curious. We can't approach these messages with judgment. And as we do that, our intuition shows up faster, it gets louder, and it actually gets more right. Because we know, because we've tested out the advice. So we need to treat our intuition as that little girl who just needs love and who needs to be approached with curiosity and not judgment. So with that, I want to invite you into your sacred space of peace and calm to cross over that energetic threshold into your meditation time today, because you are showing up for you and you are showing up to hear that little girl speak to you, to hear that intuition and to make friends with it. Sit up nice and tall in your easy seat. Maybe inhaling your shoulders up to your ears. Exhaling and rolling your shoulder blades down along your spine. allowing for a clear path for energy to flow from the crown of your head all the way down to your seat, resting your hands downturned on your knees or thighs or upturned to receive messages, intuition, and good energy. By the way, my hands are almost always upturned. Close your eyes if it feels comfortable for you, or leave them open and gazing softly upon an object, a point across the room, your screen, or a spot on the floor. And bring your attention to your life-affirming and easy inhales and exhales. How good it is to be alive today. To be sitting here together, to be treating yourself to this time of careful and quiet contemplation, to be connecting with your inner voice, who, by the way, is saying thank you right now. Follow those easy inhales and exhales as they enter in through your nose, pass down your throat, fill your lungs, your belly. Rest in your seat, swirl around, and make their way up and out again. Inhale. Exhale. Everything is easy, peaceful, calm, and just quiet enough to hear that inner voice speaking to you. When I was a little girl, about 5 years old, my mother gave me a very beautiful and affirming message. She said, "Becca," because that's what she called me. "Becca, you have a direct connection with God. You can speak to God anytime you want. You will be heard. And no man, no minister, no guru can come in between you and your God." And at that moment, I pictured a red string attached to my little heart, my little 5-year-old heart, and traveling all the way up into heaven, like those strings on the little plastic cup telephones that you make when you're a little kid. And I knew that was my direct connection, that I could use any time to speak and to be heard. Take in what that means. How my understanding of knowing that I was worthy of being heard in any and every moment, understand how powerful that made me feel. How important, how confident, and how that allowed me to show up bigger and louder in the world. I want to give that to you. And I also want to offer that as I grew and had a deeper understanding of this connection, I knew that my God wasn't even outside of me. That listener, that person willing to show up for me, she was inside. She was my inner voice, my intuition. Return to your breath and take that feeling of knowing in with a big inhale and exhale. Maybe your intuition is afraid to speak up right now. Tell it now. Tell it now that you are willing to listen with curiosity and no judgment whatsoever. No judgment ever. Inhale. Exhale. Your affirmation today to take forward, to hold, and to cherish as your own. My intuition is strong and wise, and I believe her. My intuition is strong and wise, and I believe her. My intuition is strong and wise, and I believe her. Like with every affirmation, it might feel strange to say at first. You might have trouble believing it. That's okay. Just keep saying it. Keep holding space that it might feel true one day. That it will feel true one day. Know that the affirmation is real and true and kind, and it's up to you to accept it. One more time together. Inhale. Exhale. My intuition is strong and wise, and I believe her. Return to your easy, effortless, and natural inhales and exhales. Notice any changes in your breath pattern, any sensations in your body. Notice the space right between your belly button and your seat, your guts. Notice any sensation you're feeling there. And with your next inhale, send your breath all the way to that space, maybe even placing your hand right below your belly button for direction. Inhale. Let your belly expand and be loose. Exhale. Find your hands resting again on your knees or your thighs, wherever they were before. Find yourself feeling comfortable and easy in your seat, totally relaxed and comforted by this new information. That, oh yeah, you know all the things. You have the information that you need. At least you know how to tell yourself if new information is good or bad, what to take in and what to leave alone. You know how to do this. Prepare yourself to return to your day. Maybe move a little in your seat, swaying back and forth or side to side. Your next inhale and exhale will invite you back, and you'll flutter your eyes open Inhale. And exhale. So that is the real secret to my success, is that somewhere deep inside, even in the midst of all the chaos, all the trauma that I experienced through my life, all the heartache, all the overwhelm, the anxiety, the depression, I had that gift of knowing that I had someone that had my back, and that I was always connected to that source, that force. And as I grew older, I flipped it from outside to inside. And that made me feel even stronger, because I knew I didn't even have to make an appeal to an outside energy. It was all here. So yes, I still get down. Yes, I still have bad days. But there's this underlying knowing that I believe that I have the power and the knowledge and the wisdom inside of me to take care of me. And I want you to have that understanding and that knowledge too. All right, I'm going to let you go about your day, feeling more confident, more powerful, ready to raise your hand, speak up, not only to yourself, but to other people, because you have so much to offer. Thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times for showing up today. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I will see you again in more meditations.